Hello everyone, welcome back to the virtual class. Hope you all doing good. So let us start the session. See, in the last video we have discussed about the control objective and control procedure for non-current asset, uh, sales as well as inventory system, right? So in this video also we are dealing with the control objective and control procedure with respect to other things. The first one is the control objective and control procedures regarding a payroll system. Okay, the testing of payroll system with the control objective and control procedure. So here first we will start with the control procedure with respect to the testing of payroll system. Okay, so here the objective includes the following. Payment of wages and salary should be made only in respect of the client authorized employees. So this is the first objective. Then the payment should be made at authorized rates of pay. Wages and salary payment should be in accordance with records of work performance, that is time, output, commission on sales, etc. Payroll and payroll deductions, that includes tax and social securities, should be calculated accurately. Okay, payment should be made to the correct employees. Then liability to the tax authorities for tax and social security should be properly recorded. So this is the basic objectives with respect to testing of payroll system. Okay, well, we'll move on to the control objectives of payroll system. So here the control objective includes, the first one is approval and control of documents, that is there should be a written authorization to employ or dismiss any employees. Okay, then changes in rate or pay should be authorized in writing by official outside the wage department. Okay, this has to be done. That means while changing any pay scale to the employees, that has to be signed, written and signed by the officials outside the wage department. Okay, overtime worked should be authorized in advance by the managers. Okay, and an independent official should review a payroll and sign it. Then the wages checks should be signed by two signatories and agreed with the signed payrolls. Okay, this is all with respect to approval and control of documents. Then we have arithmetical accuracy. So arithmetical accuracy, where appropriate payroll should be prepared for from clock card, job cards, etc., and a simple check, a sample check for accuracy against current rate of pay has to be done. Okay, then the next one is payroll details should be checked for accurate calculations of deductions. Example, tax, social security, pensions, trade union subscriptions, etc. Okay, well, the next is control account. How this payroll accounts has to be controlled. Okay, control account should be maintained in respect of each of the deduction, showing amount paid periodically to the inland revenue, trade unions, etc. Then overall analytical checks should be carried out to highlight major discrepancies. Example, check against budget, changes in amount paid over a period of time, check against the personal records, everything. Okay, then management should exercise overall review and control. Then access to assets and records. See, payment should be made by checks or by direct transfer into the employee's bank account if payment is made in cash. Then here is some procedures to follow. Okay, the first one is employee should sign for their wages. Okay, though no employee should be allowed to take wage of another employee. Then wages are claimed later, the employee should sign for the wage packet, and then release of packet should be authorized. The system should preferably allow the wages to be checked by the employees before the packet is opened by using special designed wage packet. Okay, I think you can able to understand this. Okay, this is all includes how exactly they have to manage particular systems. So when it comes to salary, that is the payroll system, the sales, inventories, like that. Okay, well, we'll move on to the next one. Then testing control of wages and salaries. So till now we have discussed how exactly the payroll system of an organization should be, what all the procedure they have to follow to have an effective payroll system within the organization. Okay, then next is testing of control wages and salaries. Okay, so test sample of timesheets, clock card, other records for approval by responsible officials. Pay particular attention to the approval of overtime where relevant. Okay, this has to be done. Then test authorities for payment of casual labors, particularly if in cash. Okay, then observe wage distribution for adherence to procedures, ensuring employees sign for wages, that unclaimed wages are rebanked, etc. Okay, then test authorization for payroll amendment by referring to personal records. Test control over payroll amendments. Examine evidence of checking of payroll calculation. Example, a signature of a financial evidence of approval of payroll by responsible officials. Then examine evidence of independent checks of payrolls. Example, by internal audit. Then inspect payroll reconciliation. Examine explanation for payroll expense variances, authorities for payroll reductions. All this has to be taken care with respect to control of wages and salaries. Then we have testing the cash system. So here we have a certain set of control objective with respect to the cash system. Okay, so here we all know that cash is the asset which is most likely to be disappear. So the control objectives are that all sum due to the companies are received and subsequently accounted for. No payments are made which should not be made. Then all receipts and payments are promptly and accurately recorded. So this is the basic objectives with respect to testing of cash system. Then we have control objectives of purchase system. Purchases are often made on credit, so the purchase cycle includes payables. Okay, then control objectives are as follows: to ensure that purchase goods or services are ordered under proper authorities and using proper procedures. Purchased goods and services are only ordered as necessary for the proper conduct of the business operations and are ordered from suitable approved suppliers. That is also important. Okay, from whom you are ordering the goods. Then goods services received are inspected for quality, quantity, and discrepancy. Okay, then invoice and related documentations are properly checked and approved as being valid before being entered as trade creditors. Okay, then all valid transactions relating to payables and only those transactions should be accurately recorded in the accounting records. So these are all the control objectives of purchase system. We'll take up with the control procedures over purchases and payables. Okay, the first one is order. That is control procedure with respect to order. So requisite notes for purchases should be authorized. All orders should be authorized by a responsible official whose authorities limit should be predefined. Then major item, example, capital expenditure, should be authorized at an appropriate level, possibly by the board of directors. Then all orders should be recorded on official documents showing supplier's name, quantity, orders, and prices. Then copies of the order should be retained as a method of following up late deliveries by suppliers. Okay, this is all with respect to orders. When it comes to receipts of goods inwards area should be identified to deal with the receipts of all goods. Okay, all goods should be checked for quality, quantity, and descriptions. Goods received notes should be raised for all goods accepted. The GRN should be signed by a responsible officials. Okay, a GRN is nothing but goods received note. Okay, so GRNs should be checked against purchase order and procedure should exist to notify the supplier of under or over deliveries. Then GNU should be subsequently numbered and checked periodically for completeness. Okay. Then we have invoicing and returns. This is also with respect to purchase. Okay. Purchase invoice should be stamped with an approval grid and given a unique serial number to ensure purchase invoice do not get astray. Okay, purchase invoice should be matched with goods received notes, company orders, and should not be processed. The invoice should be checked against the orders and GRN, that is goods return notes, and cash and extension should also be checked. Then purchase ledger and suppliers. A payable ledger control account should be maintained and regularly checked against the balances in the purchase ledger by an independent official. Okay. Payable ledger record should be kept by a persons independent of the receiving of invoice, authorizations, and payment routines. Statements from suppliers should be checked against the ledger account. So this is with respect to purchase ledgers and suppliers. Okay. These are all the control procedures and control objectives with respect to some important things in the organization. It may be a sales, or it may be the purchases, or a cash system, payroll system, non-current assets, all these things. How exactly the organization has to manage and should have an effective control over managing these things. Okay, thank you for watching the video. Have a good day.